welcome to an exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I thought, you know what? I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at a comedy. This is a comedy from the mid 2000s. So I was this was a last minute movie. I didn't know what to watch. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this particular movie. And what also inspired me was on YouTube. There's another YouTuber named Jess Lambert who has a channel called Every Disney Movie Ever Made. Go check out her stuff. But she did review the Adam Sandler film Bedtime Stories. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and I'm going to take my turn at it and take a look at Adam Sandler comedy. He co-stars alongside Kevin James with Jessica Biel, Ving Rhames, Steve Buscemi, and Dan Aykroyd. 2007's I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Now, I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry was a movie I remember vaguely seeing. I actually remember renting this from my local mom and pop rental store when this came out to DVD. I believe it was full screen. I watched it. I obviously watched it in widescreen. But I was intrigued, and I've not seen this. I also had a promotional hat of this movie, which I actually don't think I have anymore. It's a promotional hat when this was coming out to DVD when it was released to DVD. So, yeah, what did I think of this film? Fun movie. Very funny movie. This movie was actually directed by Dennis Dugan, and it had some, and I just noticed this. This also was written by Alexander Payne, who directed the recent film The Holdovers for Focus Features, which was, like I said, Universal. So, yeah. And this actually also, it had some, and Sandler produced this. What I didn't know was Tom Sanyak produced this movie as well. Now, Tom Sanyak is no stranger to this channel because I covered Bruce Almighty, Evan Almighty, and Dragonfly. Those were movies directed by Tom Sanyak. So he produced this. So I'm actually getting ahead of myself here. So if you haven't seen the movie before, let me go ahead and put this right here. So let's talk about I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I'll move that right there. There we go. So I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry the movie focused on Sandler's Chuck and Kevin James's Larry. They're two firefighters. I'm not sure what their last names are. Let me go ahead and look again. Do they have a last name? No. They're best friends and they're also firefighters. So they're firefighters, and this was also done by Happy Madison Productions. So it was made by them. So yeah. So they're friends, but they're also firefighters. So it starts with them playing the simple game of basketball. So the bell rings. They have to go take out a fire. So basically, Dan Aykroyd says, "Let's get a move on, gentlemen. Gentlemen, move. There's a fire going on, so they have to hustle and hustle and hustle." The movie also has Nicholas Turturro, who is John Turturro's brother. He's in the movie too as another fellow firefighter. So they're getting ready to go out and stop a fire. So he meets up with Ving Rhames, which I actually did cover a movie with Ving Rhames, The People Under the Stairs. So this is my second movie with Ving Rhames. So he plays another firefighter who basically he's sort of like they don't know anything. So they look at him and they want to get to meet him. So that's that. So they stop this fire and they're trying to get this guy who's obese, but they can't get him out of the chair. So they're trying to get him out, and they're running, so they get them out. So they save these people from a fire that happened. So then we decide that, hey, maybe we should do something different. Maybe we should let's get married. So Sandler's not interested in him being married. So basically, he's like really mad, and so they decide to head out and they get married. Interesting fact, though. They first had to run it through Jessica Biel, who she plays sort of like the marriage person, I think. So, yeah. The movie also has your SNL usuals in small roles. So we got, like I said, we got Rob Schneider, we got, I think Nick Swanson appears. I don't think he was SNL, and David Spade to round out the cast of SNL. So, they basically want to meet they meet up with Jessica Biel, so they find out that, yeah, that's what you want to get married, guys. You can go right ahead. So she's for anybody who gets married. This movie also deals with the whole gay rights going on. This is before the gay rights became big. If you look at it this year, it's starting to become really big. So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I can mention. Oh, it's really weird because Rob Schneider plays a sort of pastor who basically, he basically, yeah, he basically, he's trying to, yeah, Rob Schneider plays a sort of Asian priest. Yeah. Nowadays, that would be considered kind of racist. It would be considered racist. I should not say kind of for everything. It should be, don't worry about that, guys. I do apologize. So anyways, that kind of to become racist. Well, let's just not worry about that. So they get married. So they find out that once they're married, they have to do lots of things. Sandler does what women do, what women go through. So he puts on this cream and he's trying to get rid of all these pores. And Kevin James is so Larry is not pleased with what Chuck is doing. So then they go to a gay nightclub, and this is where things get really weird. They go to a gay nightclub, so they realize that they don't like it there. Well, they do. So I think Robbie Coltrane, I'm pronouncing that wrong, guy from Hot Tub Time Machine and Children's Hospital. He plays a guy who's trying to stop gays from being, well, gay. So they go into that. So that kind of thing. So I think I mentioned a lot in this. Oh, Dennis Dugan also appears as a taxi driver. He says one of the funniest lines. He says he calls him something bad, and then he's like that, and then Sandler and Jay's like, what did you say? Tears. And then he calls him the F, and then they're like, that's it, buddy. So they start attacking him. It's like the funniest part of the whole film. I didn't even know that Dennis Dugan was in it because the mustache kind of blocked it, and I thought he was really fun. Anytime like Dennis Dugan appears in a comedy that he has directed, whether it be a small role or a supporting role, like Happy Gilmore, for example, which was his first collab with Dennis Dugan, he appears in that movie as the manager of the golf team. I'll get to Happy Gilmore when I get to Happy Gilmore, but he has a supporting role in that movie as well. So, yeah. I think I mentioned everything. It's really good. I don't want to go on and talk about the film. So this movie is all right. I'm going to tell you right now, it's all right. It's an okay keep. I liked it. I don't think it's perfect. The problem again, and this is my big complaint, this movie feels super long. Like, it feels like a 3-hour movie. And this movie isn't that long, guys. This is really about an hour and 56 minutes. There's a lot of padding in this movie. And the problem is, it's that last half. The jokes extremely wear off at the very end. It has a good message at the end. It has a very good message at the very end. Though, I said again, the thing about it is, there's one particular scene where Sandler is playing basketball and the other guys don't want him to play basketball because he's gay. Yeah, I'm going to say right now, he's gay. I think I mentioned that. So, he's like out there, and then Ving Rhames comes in, and then he's like, Sandler's got his dukes up. So he's got his dukes up, and yeah, he's got his dukes up, and he's like, I'm gay. So they hug. He's like, yay! So in the shower, they drop 2 soaps, and it's like Ving Rhames' character doesn't even give a crap. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's okay. It's not perfect. It's okay. Don't mind my dogs barking. They're barking. But anyways, yeah, it's okay. It's gonna be a keep. I did like this movie. I feel like if I give it a watch again, I remember when this was a big deal back in 2007, as I said. But yeah, as it is here on the tagline, they're straight as can be, but don't tell anyone. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. So yeah, let's take a look. I'll take you a quick peek at the artwork, all that stuff in it. I'm gonna run this down really quick with special features since I gotta work on other things, and I'm recording this really late, guys. So that's why I'm doing it really fast. So you get Laugh Out the Courage, which is outtakes. I Now Pronounce You Husband to Husband, which is like a featurette. The one I did watch was on Dennis Dugan. That was a good featurette. And the Stunts one, which is Stop, Drop, and Roll. This is a commentary, Dennis Dugan, and a couple more commentaries with the cast. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to really say about this movie, though. So, yeah, I liked it. So, yeah, let's wrap this up, right? Let's wrap this up right now. So, final verdict. Should you see I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry? Sure. If you like Adam Sandler and Kevin James, definitely check them out. This movie's okay. I'm not recommending this to much of anybody. I mean, I'm still recommending the movie. If you do like these two actors, I'm saying if you're squeamish about what this movie's even about, this is a comedy. This is not a drama. If you're squeamish about this, then you might not want to watch it. But if you want to watch an okay Sandler comedy that's made in like the mid-2000s, this is not a bad movie to watch. This is an okay keep. I am going to keep this. This one's going into the collection right over there. It is an okay keep. Like I said, if it did not have Adam Sandler and Kevin James, it was just some other casts, I probably would not recommend this. But if you want to check this out for yourself, it's not really that bad. Like I said, I have not seen it since 2007. Definitely check the movie out if you were interested and like these two actors. Go ahead, check it out. You're not really missing much out of it. But yeah, so it's Oh, another thing is there's also his son. Actually, Kevin James' son is trying to become a dancer. He does these splits. The funny thing is, he's like turning around, like, enough of the splits. And then I like Kevin James. I think he's a really funny actor. I love him in King of Queens. I think he's just so much fun. But if you like those types of comedies, check it out, I guess. So that's my review. I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Thank you guys so much for watching my review. If you do like the content, I put up like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Let me know what you guys think about I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Did I miss something? If I did, let me know. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna bid you guys a good night, and as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.